Sometimes, the biggest warning signs don't come with flashing lights. They don't come with thunder or earthquakes. They come quietly. Whispers in your spirit, a tug on your heart, a moment that doesn't feel right, but you ignore it. And that's where many people miss it. God speaks in stillness more often than storms. He places warnings not to scare you, but to save you. And if you're not paying attention, you can walk right past the moment that was meant to protect you. God's love isn't just shown in blessings. It's also shown in the times He holds you back from what you thought you wanted. You feel uneasy about a relationship, but you stay anyway. You sense hesitation before making a big decision, but you push forward anyway. You hear the whisper saying, "Wait," but you run ahead anyway, and afterward, you wonder why everything fell apart. You wonder why it feels like God abandoned you, but the truth is, God warned you. You just didn't listen. God's warnings aren't always loud. They often show up as small hesitations, unexplainable tension, doors that refuse to open no matter how hard you push, friendships that dry up when you needed them most, delays that frustrate you into questioning your faith. But what if those weren't random obstacles? What if they were God's hand, lovingly blocking the way you weren't supposed to go? Sometimes, a closed door is God's greatest blessing. Sometimes, a delayed plan is God's greatest protection. And sometimes, the silence you're cursing is the shelter you'll be thanking Him for later. God's greatest miracles often begin with the prayers He doesn't answer the way you expected. His protection is always working, even when you can't see it. You see, most people miss the warning because they expect it to feel dramatic. They think God's voice will boom like thunder. They think the sign will be impossible to miss. But God knows your heart. He knows how to speak to you in the exact way you need. Not to scare you, but to guide you. If you're too distracted, you'll miss His quiet whisper calling you back to safety. That nudge you keep feeling, that restless spirit when you're about to say yes to something, that tension every time you walk into that situation, it's not just nerves. It's not just bad vibes. It's the Holy Spirit trying to protect you before you even understand why, and ignoring it can cost you more than you realize. And here's the most important part. When you ignore the small warning signs, you invite bigger ones. Painful lessons, lost time, broken hearts. God will always use what you go through, but it doesn't mean He wanted you to go through it the hard way. There's a reason He warned you first. His no isn't rejection, it's protection. If you're in a season right now where nothing feels right, stop pushing. Stop forcing doors open. Stop convincing yourself it's just your imagination when you feel unrest. Instead, pause, pray, pay attention. The warning signs you ignore today could become the regrets you carry tomorrow, but the warnings you heed could save you years of pain. Most people miss the warning. They rush ahead. They drown out the whisper. They trust their plan more than they trust God's protection. But you don't have to be most people. You can choose differently. You can choose to listen now and avoid the heartbreak later. Wisdom listens when pride rushes ahead. When you feel the uneasiness, listen. When you sense the hesitation, pray. When God closes the door, trust that His no is His mercy. What feels like a setback today may be the very thing that saves you tomorrow. Trust that every closed door carries His fingerprints. Because the truth is, God doesn't always warn you with storms. Sometimes He warns you with stillness, and the ones who are listening are the ones He saves. Don't miss it.